You may have noticed a feature called audio description while watching Netflix or HBO Max. Audio description sounds something like this.
Will shakily loads bullets into a magazine before inserting it into the rifle. Trembling, he cocks the rifle and aims it at the door. A shadowy figure rises behind him.
Why does this feature exist, and who pioneered it? To get those answers, we're going to talk to Jim Stovall, CEO and founder of the Narrative Television Network.
The inspiration for the Narrative Television Network came really the morning I woke up and I realized I had lost the remainder of my sight. And I was 29 years old. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I'd never met a blind person. And one day, out of just sheer boredom, I put on an old film I had seen a whole bunch of times. But then somebody shot somebody and the car sped away. Somebody screamed and I got really frustrated. I thought if someone would just add an extra soundtrack in between the dialogues, it would make it accessible. Closed captioning came out about 20 years before description. And the process is somewhat easier. It's more of an interpretive process. You just take the audio and you basically write down what the characters say. Ours is a bit more of a creative process in description because we have to determine what to say and how to get it said in the 7 or 8 seconds between the dialogue of the characters. So it's a very difficult process for our team to decide what to say and how to get it in this little tiny space they leave you to get it in there.
What is it?
John crouches and picks up an all-white pup with red eyes.
Run to the litter. That one's yours, Snow.
Theon smirks. John locks eyes with Rob.
The only thing we have to deliver is one speaking voice. So it doesn't take up a lot of room on the soundtrack. And now we mix that soundtrack with the original soundtrack of the program because a lot of times when they make a TV show or a movie, if there's thunder, if there's gunshots, if there's car backfiring, if the plane's loud, they put that sound in between the dialogue. They put it right where we're going to be trying to do our description. So we have to pull that sound down a little bit sometimes just to be able to get our voice in there.
Cracks in the ice form a trail headed straight for him. The Mandalorian yanks him out of the way just as a Ravenak explodes from the depths and chomps at him, its mouth closing instead around the support strut.
As a blind person myself, it would be hard to describe to sighted people what it's like not to be able to watch movies or television. For better or for worse, TV and movies are the #1 recreational activity in our society. And if you can't participate in that, it's just another thing that separates you from the rest of the world. Technology has been an amazing blessing for blind and visually impaired people. Not only do you get description on TV and movies, but audiobooks and compressed audio and talking computers. There's never been a better time in the history of the world. If you're going to be blind, you want to do it now because there are just so many things out there that benefit people who are blind or low vision. The Schools for the Blind have been an important outlet for us and for our work. It's not just, teaching them about the description or teaching them about accessibility, but for me, it's an important thing to connect with those kids and let them know, I'm like you. I know what it's like to be broke and scared and blind and you don't know what you're doing and you don't fit into the world. But I want them to know that the world works for them. And when we came up with this idea, there are 13 million people in the United States that were suffering from that separation and millions more around the world. And all of a sudden, they can experience television and they can experience movies. And to get the emotional reaction from those people was really, really staggering. And so, I think when I look at what I've accomplished, if anything, in this life, narrative television was the beginning of everything. And then the books and the movies and the speeches and the columns and everything else kind of grew out of that.
Credits appear over black.